The Casimirianum, known to the students as the Casi, is a gymnasium in Coburg, Bavaria. It was founded in 1605 by Johann Casimir, the Duke of Saxe-Coburg, and named after him. Today the Casimirianum is a linguistic and humanistic high school with a curriculum in the Latin language from 5th grade, English from 6th grade, and Greek, French or Spanish as the third compulsory foreign language. With the school year of 2009-10, the program was expanded with a scientific technological branch with Latin as a second language. The Casimirianum was once involved with the German pilot program, the European Gymnasium, and was one of 44 model schools of him.Today 21, but both programs were closed by 2009. History. The Casimirianum is a Renaissance building designed and built by Peter Senglab. On the 2nd of September 1601, the foundation stone was laid by Duke Johann Casimir and he returned on the 3rd of July 1605 the inauguration. According to the foundation charter, the Duke intended this state school to be ein medium oder mittel between a trivial schule and a high school or academy. The lectures were to be publique gratis. A convictorium was established with 2 tables of 24 boys, 1 table free, and the other, for a weekly fee of 7 groschen by any person. The Duke understood how sometimes, poor people's children who are naturally good and capable of intelligence, and the same to seek and learn, are also eager to be educated, are oftentimes overlooked, ignored and neglected, that we would not like to hear or be heard in the least. Quote. For the Bewittingsbrief of Duke Johann Casimir, the foundation charter of the Casimirianum, dated the 3rd of July 1605, undoubtedly, in the view of these regulations and foundation of our school, the preceptors held truly and abundantly, and the public lectures multiplied. Also the beneficium communis mensae must be properly conducted. It will follow and further such Christian work, to honor God, to edify Christendom, and to maintain our lands, with the time of good-hearted people and foremost our descendants, that it achieves the original goals intentionally. On the 11th of November 1677 Emperor Leopold I granted the imperial privilege to establish a new university in Coburg. In 1705, on the occasion of the centennial of the school, the University of Coburg was proclaimed, but, in 1723, it was abandoned because of the infighting among the 7 participating Ernestine princes and of the lack of funding. So were the efforts of a joint committee for a second university for Jena. The Casimirianum Gymnasium has continued to use the original building, built in 1607. Architecture. Across the street from the Morris-Kisch, on the corner lot at Neugasse, Ratskornhaus, built in 1496, stood until 1601. Then Duke Johann Casimir had it raised and rebuilt. On this spot, in 1605, Nikolaus Bergner and Peter Senglab created a Hohe Schule mit Convictorium. For Bergner, it was the second of his 3 buildings in Coburg. The construction of the government offices at Stadthaus and Rathaus on Marktplatz in the center of Coburg had just been finished, and it would be followed by the Zethhaus, now the State Archives of Coburg. The 2-story gable roof in the Renaissance style is outlined by a series of 6 spire lights with richly detailed edges, and each of the spire lights is sloped as steep as a pyramid. Both 3-story tall ends of the gable roof are very ornately designed with barrettes of volutes, and each of the 5 pyramid slopes to the bottom of the partitions. The 3 to 8 window bays on the upper floors are designed as large windows with mullions. Only the gable ends have only 1 window in the middle. The ground floor is bisected, approximately in the middle, by a portal with a sculptured arch, which consists of overlapping rods, and this entablature with an architrave, a frieze and a cornice resting on the corbels. Left of this door is an entrance porch, with a low round arch supported by corbels with leaf volutes and topped with a cornice with a summation and a dentil. On the northeast corner, facing the church, at the level of the upper floor, is the stone figure of the school's founder, Duke Johann Casimir, replaced in 1638 by Vidumple. Originally, the gable's face at the right side of the figure was painted with the images of famous scientists. In the middle of the roof, set on the top of the ridge, there is an outstanding polygonal stair tower with a spiral staircase of stone, and onion dome and a lantern from which the gymnasium's little bell hangs. In the auditorium of the gymnasium, there are wood panel paintings featuring the allegories of the seven virtues, which were discovered in the Muensmeisterhaus in 1957. Over the course of 400 years, many renovations and additions as well as the demolition of the surrounding townhouses created the present campus of the gymnasium. The last enlargements 1961 were the construction of a gym with a recreation hall at the Neue Gasse and, between 1986 and 1988, and an additional school building with a music room in the direction of Ketch and Gasse. Traditions. At the end of each school year during the annual festival, the foundation of the stone figure of the school's founder Duke Johann Casimir is crowned at the corner of the Renaissance building of the school. A student or a student girl in the upper third of the 12th grade makes a speech. Then he or she, along with the year's valedictorian, climbs up a ladder to the figure of the school's founder and lays a wreath on the keystone. Another wreath is attached to the arm of the former ruler. Then the students empty 3 consecutive glasses of beer, each time with the following Latin words: Gymnasium Casimirianum vivat crescat, and Floreat in aeternum, and throw them to the ground. The shards of the glasses are avidly collected by the students because they are supposed to bring them good luck and good grades in the next school year. In the festivities, the 3-verse school song is also sung, the first 2 verses before the coronation, the last at the conclusion. Since 1861, the Schule Verbindung Casimiriana, an independent and egalitarian fraternity for male students, has been connected with the higher grades at the gymnasium. Notable former students: Michael Eric Frank, novelist in the Rococo era, attended from 1709 to 1713. Johann Caspar Goethe, father of Johann Wolfgang Goethe, attended from 1725 to 1728. Johann Georg Musil, historian and lexicobibliographer, attended from 1758 to 1764. Friedrich Hoffmann, writer, attended from 1828 to 1834. August Schleicher, linguist and pioneer of Indo-European studies, attended from 1835 to 1839. Bernhard Fischer, attended from 1862 to 1871. Richard Luthius, lawyer and politician, graduated 1887. Hans Berger, a neurologist and psychiatrist, graduated 1892. Constant Griebel, food chemist, attended from 1886 to 1893. Helmut Johnson, an evangelical Lutheran bishop, populist and activist, graduated 1911. Georg Hansen, resistance fighter of the 20th of July 1944, attended from 1914 to 1923. Hans Morgenthau, a lawyer and political scientist, attended from 1914 to 1923. Peter von Butler, lieutenant general in the Bundeswehr, graduated 1931. Michael Stoschek, chairman of Bros GmbH and Amp Co. KG, attended from 1957 to 1967. Thomas Kiesner, lawyer and local politician, attended from 1966 to 1975. Norbert Kastner, lawyer and mayor since 1990 of Coburg, attended from 1970 to 1979. Heinrich Bedford Strom, evangelical Lutheran bishop from Bavaria, graduated 1979. Karl Christian Dressel, politician and university professor, attended from 1980 to 1989. Notable teachers: Andreas Libavius, founder of modern chemistry; Johann Matthaus Mayfahrt, professor since 1617, director since 1623, fought as Protestant theologian against the persecution of witches; Johann Christoph Kohlhans, author of writings on Greek and Hebrew as well as mathematics and physics; Erdmann Rudolf Fischer, Lutheran theologian; Ernst Salomon Cyprian, 1700–1713, director, Lutheran theologian, opponent of pietism; Johann Friedrich Gruner, Lutheran theologian, historian, orator and teacher; Johann Christoph Matthias Reinecker, geologist, geographer and cartographer. Quotations. He had spent his youth at the Coburg Gymnasium, which among German schools took one of the first places. He was placed on a good foundation there in the languages, and what else was expected of a learned education. Johann Wolfgang von Goethe on his father Johannes Caspar Goethe, cited from Aus meinem Leben, Dichtung und Wahrheit, Erstbuch p. 21, line 31 and p. 22, lines 1–4, from the English translation by John Oxenford, The Autobiography of Goethe, Truth and Poetry, from My Own Life, p. 20, Bibliography. Johann Casimir, Duke of Saxe-Coburg, Chapter 4, Scriptum Qvod Gymnasiae Constitutionem et Dotationem Continet, in Inauguratio Illustris Gymnasiae Casimiriani ab Illustrissimo Principiat Domino D. Johann Casimiro, Duce Saxoniae, Landgravio Thuringiae, Marchioni Misniae, and Amp C. Apud Coburgensis a parti, quae felicita coepta in amp, per acta die 3. Juliae, anni currentis in patriae regionum vicinarum Gratium literis prodita fuit, a designatus scholicus, rector in amp, collegiis gymnasiae Casimiriani. Fest Ausschuss ed. Festschrift zum 350 Jährigen Besten des Gymnasium Casimirianum Coburg. Rudolf Bruckner ed. Casimiriana 1861–1961, Hand eine Schulüberbildung. Norbert Enser and Rudolf Bruckner eds. 125 Jahr Casimirianer, Die Geschichte der Casimirianer und das Leben der Aktivitas einst und jetzt. Joachim Goslar and Wolfgang Tasler eds. Museum Seeds, 1605–2005, Festschrift zum 400 Jährigen Besten des Gymnasiums Casimirianum Coburg, ISBN 3-981035003, Gymnasium Casimirianum und Schulüberbildung Casimirianer eds. Casimirianum, Casimirianer, Festgabe der Schulüberbildung Casimirianer zu Coburgs 400. Schulstiftungsfest des Gymnasiums Casimirianum zu Coburg, ISBN 3-930877392. Peter Morsbach, Otto-Titz, Stadt Coburg. Ensembles Denkmäler Archäologische Denkmäler, Denkmäler in Bayern. Band IV, p. 48, ISBN 9783874905909. Sylvia Pfister, Judengelehrer aus dem Casimirianum, in Osterlang, Bibliotheca Casimiriana, Landesbibliothek Coburg. Retrieved 4 February 2013.